Kevin Bruce with 7 outs. He is a 6'6" shooting guard from Henderson, Nevada. He is a card-carrying member of my 7 outs middle school combine. He is the 7 ounce Ranking Run Volume 2 Class of 2026 Game MVP, and he has recently committed to play for Coach Conzo Martin at Missouri State. He is Amare Oba. Amare, thanks for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Well, that's perfect, man. Let's jump right into it. So as I mentioned in my initial spiel, I first saw you at my middle school combine, which seems like forever now.
Yeah.
I want you to put on your scouting hat. Break down a young 8th grade Amare Oba's basketball game.
Okay, I think 8th grade. I think my best attribute when I was in 8th grade was probably my mid range. I think it was my mid range when I was in 8th grade. I think I was a good defender. I think what I had to work on, maybe my ball handling, but I feel like that's gotten better. I mean, I feel like my whole game's gotten better since then. So I think the best thing I was at, is probably my mid range, and then something that I had to work on probably my ball handling back then.
Okay, well, from 8th grade till now, I would hope that you've improved on everything.
Yeah,
That's for sure. That's a good breakdown, man. That's a very good breakdown. Now, since then, one thing I noticed, you had an opportunity to play with a lot of really, really good players, over your 4 years of high school. Eli Ellis, DJ Thomas, Tyler Bright, a bunch of guys come up. Is there one former teammate who you learned the most from? And if so, who was it, and what did you learn from that teammate?
I think I learned the most from DJ Thomas. I think I learned from him is just like leading by example. Because I think DJ he was a great leader. He didn't talk a lot, but he led by example, and I think that's how I try to lead. I feel like I talk a little more in DJ, but I think leading by example is one of the most important things he's taught me and he showed me how to do. So I think that.
Okay, no, that's perfect. Shout out to my guy DJ Thomas out there at LSU. That's great. Now, you're a student athlete in every sense of the word. What's the GPA looking like right now?
My GPA is, I think, at 3.5. The first quarter ended out at 3.6 the first quarter, so it's looking good.
Okay. What are some of Amare Oba's favorite classroom subjects?
I think my favorite classroom is probably, it's definitely English. English right now. I love my teacher. He's a great teacher. He makes it easy, makes it fun for us. So my English is probably my best or my favorite subject right now.
Okay, all right, I love it. We are here with Amare Oba, one of the top 5 players in my 7-ounce player rankings, with his exclusive interview. Amare, I don't know if you know this, but I actually am I'm a huge fan of firefighters. So when I found out your dad was a firefighter, it's very interesting to me. I know it's kind of a unique thing for someone else to be interested in, but I've always thought that there's only a few heroes in this world, and firefighters, in my opinion, are one of them. You know what I mean? Anyone that's willing to risk their life to run in and save someone in a burning building, they get my respect. With that said, we're going to see how knowledgeable you are about your dad's industry, all right?
Okay.
So I did some research on my own. I'm going to give you the definition. You have to give me the tool that the firefighter used that matches the definition. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
All right. First one. Multifunctional, forcible entry tool used by firefighters and other emergency services to pry, twist, and punch through doors and windows.
It's a Halligan.
That is correct. It is a Halligan. All right. You're going to get these answers here at the end. Number 4, a device that detects and displays the infrared radiation emitted by objects, converting it into a visible image.
Thermal imager camera.
That is correct. And last but not least, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
A long single pole ladder that firefighters can ascend and use to move between different levels.
Fire pole?
That is correct. Well, that's perfect, man. Now, I want to get a little bit more about Amare. I want to learn a little bit more about you as a basketball player. Take me through a typical Amare Oba basketball workout day.
Okay, I think like a typical day when I don't got anything going on, I think I'll wake up around like 5:45 because the gym opens like around like 6:15. So I get to the gym around 6:15. Me and my dad get there. We'll work out. We'll stretch. We'll talk about like just little things. Talk about defense while I'm stretching. So we'll do that. Then we'll get into form shooting. We'll get into mid range. We'll get into free throws. Then we'll get into like pad work. We'll do finishing, dunks, layups. Like we'll do some post stuff. Then we'll get into like he'll tell me like talking about defensive stuff. Then we'll work on like my footwork for like shooting or defense or just like post work, and then we'll probably end with like threes maybe. So that's how we'll be there for about like an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Okay.
and that'll be like my first workout. So then after that, me and my dad will right after that we'll go to the gym, do weights, do a lot of pull-ups, do a lot of core stuff, a lot of sit-ups. We'll do squats, 1 leg, 2 leg squats, some arm stuff. So we'll be in there for 45 minutes to an hour. So that's pretty cool. And after that, I'll rest for a while, like rest until like maybe 12ish, and then around 12, I'll probably try and get into the gym again. I'll probably try and get into Coronado because it's open usually, like on the weekends.
Okay.
So I can try and get into Coronado around like 12, and by then I'll try and call like my friend, my teammate Grayson, sophomore. He's good. He wants to get better, so I'll try and call Grayson if he wants to go to the gym, and we'll see if anyone wants to get to the gym. Most of the time, it's like other people in the gym, other teammates working out. So I mean, it's a good time. But when it's me and Grayson, we'll work on a lot of shooting, work on a lot of free throws, threes, mid range. We'll do like competitive shooting. We'll play one sometimes. We'll do a lot of that, and then we'll end maybe like around like 2 maybe. So we'll be in there for a while, and then after that, I'll rest of the day. Nothing crazy, nothing too hard.
That all sounds crazy and hard. And you said it was Grayson was your friend?
Yeah, Grayson. Yes.
Tell Grayson to get in the gym, man. If Grayson want to get better, he better get in there with a D1 player. What's he doing?
Yeah.
What's Grayson doing? That's perfect, man. What about the metrics? We used to talk about this. You still doing your pull-ups?
Yeah, I still do my pull-ups.
How many is your max right now?
Oh, I think it was like 33, something like that.
Okay. All right.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. Take me through, you mentioned a little bit, you thought as a young player, your best skill was your mid-range. What's your best skill right now?
I think my best skill is, it's more of a mental skill now. I think it's being able to like read what the other team's doing, like on defense. Like just understanding their plays. If they call a play out once and I'm able to understand that like the next time down, I'm able to understand what they're doing and help my teammates out and just read their play. And I'm able to like just disrupt what they're trying to do and make it easier for my team and make it harder for them. So I think that's the best thing I'm able to do is just call out the other team's plays, know what they're trying to run and what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish.
Love that. They call that basketball IQ, my friend. I love that, man. That's perfect. Yeah, that's a great skill to have because it's translatable. You can take it with you at every level. So that's a terrific skill.
Yeah.
Now, you played a lot of basketball over the 4 years. We talked about some of the best players you played with. Give me one guy that was the toughest for you to guard.
I think one tough person I had to guard is Damian Bird. I trained with him. I trained him for since I was like in like the 6th grade, I think. So I think Damian Bird, he's at Phoenix College right now. I think he was one of the toughest people I had to guard. He's quick, he's shifty, he can shoot. So I think he's one of the toughest person I had to guard.
Oh, I love to hear that. My guy DB, Damian Bird Jr. Shout out to him, and he is at Phoenix College. Gonna have a big year this year, man. I'm really excited for him. Oh, that was great. All right. If it wasn't for basketball, what's the sport you think you'd be playing?
I'll play football. I'll be a wide receiver, probably like a T. Higgins, because my favorite team. So I think like them.
Did you ever go out and try to play football?
No, I never played. I always play basketball.
All right. Yeah, you better make sure you're ready to be tough. You can go out there and play some football. That's for sure, especially wide receiver. So that's perfect, man. We are here with Amare Oba, one of my top 5 players in my 7-ounce player rankings. Newly minted Missouri State recruit. Amare, you got to have a nickname, man. You're too good of a player not to have a nickname. I've been racking my brain, too. I always like to come up with these nicknames for you guys. I've been racking my brain, so I came up with 3. So we're going to play my game here, all right?
Okay.
I'll give you the nickname. You give me on a scale of 1 to 10 what you think of it, all right?
Okay.
All right, my first one is okay. So listen, you can't be King because that's LeBron's nickname. Because I know that's your Instagram. So what about Prince Ola?
I give it like maybe like a 4. It's okay.
Okay, all right. I love that you're not sugarcoating it. All right, fine. All right, this is my next one I came up with. 3 and D. That's it.
3 and D.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple. It's simple, but I mean, I think I give it a 4 too, because I mean, I think if like 3 and D is so like broad, like they call anybody a 3 and D. Like you
Yeah,
can just be a 3 and D player.
yeah, but you can transcend 3 and D. Like 10 years from now, whenever they say three, they won't even say 3 and D anymore. They'll just be like the players and Amare Oba.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. My last one. To me, you got a lot of Kawhi in your game.
Mm-hmm.
How about Claw Part 2?
Claw part 2. I mean, I like that. I give it like a 7, because I used to say I play like Kawhi, so I give it like a 7.
All right, all right. I got to work on your nicknames, man. I need something that rings out. Okay, what's the best nickname someone's given you so far?
Mm, nope. I never really got like a nickname. Really, I just got like people just call me Oba. That's what everyone calls me. On my end,
That ain't no nickname. That's just
I
your
know,
last
but
name.
nobody.
That
I
don't
haven't. I don't
count.
have. I don't have a nickname like that. Like my mom calls me Mars, but like, or like my grandma calls me Mario, but I don't really have like a nickname like that other people call me outside my family.
I'm going to keep my mission for this year before the season is over. We are going to have a nickname. I'm liking the Claw Part 2 so far. That seems to be the best one right now.
Okay.
All right. As I mentioned before, Missouri State, man, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
You are going there to Missouri State. Now, you're a young guy. I'm not sure you're aware that your coach was a heck of a player back in the day, Coach Martin. Are you
Yeah.
aware of that?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Also, fun fact, when I was little, he was my coach at Purdue camp. So that's crazy.
Oh wow.
What a small world.
Yeah.
But a terrific player. He played with some terrific players. So I'm going to give you some trivia questions so we see how well you know your future college head coach. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. In high school, he was a two-time state champion. He played alongside a future NBA player who went on to be an All-American at Notre Dame. Name that future player that he played with in high school.
It was LaFonso Ellis.
Okay, all right, you've been doing your homework. I like that. All right,
Yeah.
that is correct. It was former Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Denver Nuggets All-Star LaFonso Ellis. All right, at Purdue, he played with a future #1 pick in the NBA draft. Give me the name of that player.
That's easy. It's Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, that was easy. Big dog. If you couldn't get that one, then you can't play the game. All right. Now I'm going to give you a couple tough ones. Did you know that he holds the record for the most consecutive games played in Purdue history? How many consecutive games did Coach Martin play?
I think it was like 130 something.
You got to give me a real number. You can't just say 30 something.
Like I think it was like 135.
Close. It was 137. It was 137. You're right there. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
See, you're a high IQ student of the game. All right. So when you get there, you can't say that Coach Martin can't shoot because he holds the record for the highest three-point percentage in Purdue history. Do you know what his career three-point shooting percentage was?
Yeah, it was 45%.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember Conzo Martin. I don't remember him hitting threes like that, but apparently he was, though. Yeah, 45%. Right on the money. All right. And last but not least, he was a second-round pick in the NBA draft. What NBA team selected him?
The Hawks.
Okay, all right. That is correct. The Atlanta Hawks. Not bad. You've been doing your homework, I see.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. I am Bruce with 7 Ounce, Bruce on Ball. We are here with one of my top 5 players in my class of 2026 rankings, Amare Claw Part 2 Oba. That's for right now. That's what he is. Amare, again, congratulations. You are going to be playing for Missouri State in Conference USA. Mm-hmm. Now, first thing I realized, Conference USA is the wildest basketball conference I've ever seen. They got teams all over the country. It's literally Conference USA, all right? Like, you're going to be traveling a lot. You're going to rack up a bunch of frequent flyer miles, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to play a game to test your IQ a little bit more. I want to see how well you know your future opponents, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you the school. You got to tell me what city that school is located in. All right.
Okay.
All right. First one, University of Delaware.
Newark.
Newark, Delaware. Okay. All right. You knew that right at the top of the back. All right. FIU, Florida International University. Where is that located?
Miami.
When you go play Florida International, just go to the game and go to the hotel. You don't got no time to be partying on South Beach. All right, our third one. It's a little tougher one. New Mexico State University.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know New Mexico.
You got the ones all the way across the country and you can't get the one in New Mexico? That's crazy.
I've never been to New Mexico.
Huh? All the places you've been, I would have figured you've been there a bunch of times.
I was supposed to go to New Mexico, but I didn't go to that tournament.
Huh. The answer is Las Cruces, New Mexico. So
Okay.
you'll get used to visiting New Mexico. It looks like in a year. All right, Liberty University.
Lynchburg.
How do you get Lynchburg off the top of your head, but you didn't get New Mexico? That is correct, Lynchburg, Virginia.
I just don't know New Mexico. Like, I don't know.
All right, last one, Sam Houston University.
That's in Texas?
Correct, it is in Texas. You got to give me a city in Texas.
I don't know the cities in Texas. Texas. I don't know Texas. Houston.
Yes, close. Huntsville, Texas is where you will be headed next year when you take on Sam Houston. Not bad. 3 out of 5. Not bad. Got to study up on the. Ironically, all the ones that were super far away, you got. All the ones that were close, they stumped you. So all right, not bad. Now I want to get into what everybody wants to talk about: recruiting. All right. So you're at Missouri State, but you and I both know it was a crazy journey. It was a long journey. It's difficult out there for high school kids right now. You know what I mean? Like that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? What was the most difficult part of the process, especially as you started entering, your junior and senior year?
I think. Well, I know the most difficult part was definitely just being patient. Just being patient with me, my family, and just understanding that it's you can't rush things like this, and you just gotta go. It's like everyone has their own time, so you can't like force things to happen. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta just trust in yourself and trust in your process and trust that the work you put in is gonna work out.
That's great advice. I mean, you mentioned your family. Like, who were the people that you leaned on? You know what I mean? When it was tough. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not getting what you think you should be getting, it's hard to go through that by yourself.
Yeah, I definitely just talk to my mom, my dad, and even my sister sometimes. So those two were definitely people who helped me the most. Just talk to them about it, and I even tell them how to talk my parents down, tell them it's okay. Like, we just gotta be patient. We gotta just keep it going. We'll be all right.
Who was more impatient, you or mom and dad?
I think my mom was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. That makes sense. That makes sense. Fair enough. And if your sister is at Syracuse?
Yeah, she's at Syracuse.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a great resource too. And she's playing sports at Syracuse?
No, she does. She's in the military.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. Well, tell her thank you for her service. I mean, those are some great resources, especially when it's tough. If you had to give like one piece of advice to not just the kids still out there, but the kids that are going to be coming up in this new landscape, what would you give to them when it came to the recruiting process?
I think the one piece of advice I could give them is just be patient, like I said, because you can't. Like, you just gotta just keep working, because at the end of the day, it's not about other people. It's not about this person who has offered, this person offered. It's about you and about how much work you're willing to put in to get where you want to go at the end of the day.
That's great advice, man. One of the things that I've learned just from scouting is that a lot of times, just because you play well, you think that that everyone else is supposed to notice you play well, right? Like, because you play good, you think that there's supposed to be instant gratification, when in reality, it's a long game, right? You're supposed to play well every time and hope that somebody sees you at the right moment. Was there a time in a game when you were like, nah, I'm convinced I'm a Division I process? Was there? If it is, take me through that moment.
For me, it wasn't really it wasn't a certain moment or a certain game where I felt convinced. It was more of a gradual, um, just a gradual thing, like me just working every day, me just seeing like what I'm doing is working, me getting better, me seeing my shots go in more and more. It wasn't just I had one game where I thought, oh, I'm gonna go D1 after this game. It was more just just the consistency of me doing better. I think it was more of my consistency instead of just one game, because I know one game, anybody can have one good game.
Yeah.
And so it's more of me being consistent, and that showed me that I could do it.
Okay, I'm gonna add my 2 cents in there. For me personally, since I watched you play for so long, it was at Section 7 this summer. And part of the reason why I was at Section 7 is it was one of the first times that I saw you impact a game and scoring was like the third or fourth thing that you did. You know what I'm saying? Where it was, whether it was defending, whether it was going to get tough in traffic rebounds, whether it was setting guys up. That was when I was like, yeah, someone's gonna take him. You know what I mean? Like, he's legit. Someone's gonna take him. And so that was for me. I was like, yeah, that's when I kind of realized like, yeah, he'll be playing somewhere. It's just a matter of where he ends up playing.
Mm-hmm.
You ended up at Missouri State. Take me through that visit, the trip, the entire experience when you went out there to Springfield.
The visit was great. It was awesome. I think the most important part that like stood out to me and my family was just how much we like spent time with the coaches and how much they showed like they really cared for me as a person and cared for my family. And it wasn't just only about basketball. It was more about like just everything, just about life in general, about my school, about what I want to do when I go to school. So it wasn't just about just basketball. It was more than that. And it was a great time. Like just talk to all the coaches. I talked to the Coach Crum, Coach Martin, Coach Q, Coach Mario, Coach Cunningham, Coach Woodbury. Spending that time really like shows like how much they care for me. So I think that was it.
I love it, man. I love it. I would be remiss if I don't give a shout out to my former teammate, Coach Carson Cunningham, out there at Missouri State. So
Yeah.
that's perfect, man. I love to hear that. When it came down to it, what do you think was the deciding factor? Like, was there a moment when you were like, yeah, this is where I want to be, and if so, what was it?
The deciding factor was when I was talking to Coach Martin. It was me, him, my dad, my mom. We were all sitting down in his office talking, and it wasn't about basketball. It was about life. It was about what I wanted to do, about how he sees me as a man, how he sees like I can improve myself. And it wasn't a conversation about basketball. It was more than that. So I think that's very important, because I don't want to go somewhere where they just see me as a basketball player and that's it. I want to go somewhere they see me as an actual person with a future that's outside of basketball too, instead of just basketball.
I love it, man. I love that. Something that I ask a lot of you guys now because of the landscape is what I don't want to set you up, but like, do the teammates factor in as much like when you're making a decision? Because it's a different era, right? Everyone's transferring, things like that. Do you weigh that in at all? You know what I mean? Who you'll be playing with, or is that a non-factor just because no one has any idea who will be around a year later?
Yeah, I don't think you can really weigh in like who's gonna be there, because I mean, one, I trust in myself, I trust in my abilities, and I can do what I do with anybody or against anybody. So I'm not worried about really anybody else except me.
Yeah.
So my teammates, they're my teammates. So I want to be good. It's gonna be good. Like I don't have a problem with none of them. So I mean, I don't like take that too much into consideration. So.
No, that's fair. I mean, a lot of guys say that because you just only can control what you can control. You know what I mean? So, 5 or 6 years ago it was different, right? Because you were, those guys might be there when you're going to be there next year and things like that. So I'm always curious of, how you guys factor that in when you're making your decision. So no, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Now, finally, we started out talking about where you started from, the middle school, where you are now. Give me what Amare Oba's game is going to look like 1 year from now when you step on that Missouri State campus.
1 year from now, I'm gonna just be a stronger player. That's the main thing, is stronger in just every aspect, really, because that's all like. That's just what I can that's how I describe it, just stronger.
overall stronger, better, perfect. I love it. I appreciate you catching up with me. This was a great interview. Good luck this year. Hey, a couple of goals. Gatorade Player of the Year right out there. And I heard you wanted to win Defensive Player of the Year as well this year.
Yes, sir.
Man, those are some great goals. I am definitely rooting for you. I really appreciate you taking this time, sitting down and talking with me. Best of luck, not only this year, but moving forward next year at Missouri State.
Thank you.
Perfect, man.